How's it going, everyone? I am Walter the Film Hermit, and today we're going to do an announcement video for Marvel's The Eternals. So this was the third Marvel movie to come out this year, and it came out early November. This was a movie that was supposed to come out last year, same time, November, and then when the pandemic happened, it got pushed back a whole year. So I've been wanting to see this for a while, and a lot of people aren't really liking this one. And to be honest with you, I like the movie. I remember my main opinion after it was over was that this was the second Marvel movie this year that had all new characters, and I love Shang-Chi, but after another film with new characters, I'm like, you know what? I'm really ready for Spider-Man. I really want to see some characters that we already know. Maybe in the future when they do Marvel films, they won't stack two new character films right up with one another, and that way we can go from new character to like characters we know. Because now, you know, there's only going to be 2 or 3 movies a year. I think actually 3 movies a year, because there were supposed to be 4 next year, but now it's only going to be 3. But you still have to wait 2 or 3 months between Marvel movies, and it's like, you know, I want to have a closer time where we can see characters that we already know and love. But the other thing about this movie was that I had to get on the freeway and drive to Fresno the next day, and I wasn't really looking forward to it, so I had to see this movie after work. And normally I take the Friday off. That way I can see it when I'm fully rested, and that way I can absorb and take in the film. But I just didn't have time that weekend, and I was like, I need to see this before I leave town. So I wasn't in the best mood either. I really didn't want to be in the movie theater that night. But I did not go see it again. I saw it in Dolby. I wanted to see it in Imax because it has the expand aspect ratio. We're going to talk a little bit about this expanded aspect ratio stuff. So I'm be anxious to see this again on 4K. So I'm going to talk a little bit about this expanded aspect ratio thing. So Endgame was one of the first Endgame and Infinity War as well. They were shot completely in IMAX. But when they came out on Blu-ray disc, they did not put that footage on any of the Blu-rays. And I remember the Russo brothers clearly said that it was IMAX that basically told them that they couldn't do it, that they couldn't put it on the disc. So one thing I did notice that the other films in the Marvel Universe that had IMAX footage, the 3D versions tend to have those scenes in IMAX. But those 2 movies are the first ones that didn't have, they were completely in IMAX. So the 3D versions or the 4K versions did not have that footage. So then basically when Shang-Chi came out, that was another film that was all completely IMAX, and so was The Eternals. But it looks like Disney Plus now has the footage of IMAX exclusively on Disney Plus. But every Blu-ray that Disney releases, you have to settle for the widescreen edition. So I watched the Shang-Chi on Disney Plus, and it was nice having that wider aspect ratio. And after the movie was over, I grabbed my 4K Blu-ray and I threw it in there, and I just watched a couple minutes and watched a couple scenes while the colors were still fresh in my mind. And the 4K Blu-ray blew away the Disney stream. So some people out there, a lot of people out there that know a lot more than me that I respect, were basically saying that they may not buy Disney 4Ks anymore. Because if it's going to be IMAX on Disney Plus, what's the point? But I prefer having that better image quality and that better sound. To me, that's way better than having the better aspect ratio. So I'm going to keep buying them. So I'm looking forward to this Eternals release on February 15th. Gosh, it's so quick. We just saw this in the theater. So we're going to go through each edition. So except for the DVD, we're not going to talk about the DVD. No one cares about the DVD. So the Eternals, this is the Blu-ray edition. Now, Disney has not been doing slipcovers for their Blu-ray editions anymore, just doing it for 4K. And that's what they choose to do. A lot of people are upset about it. I don't buy Blu-rays anymore. I usually just buy 4K, so I don't care. So I have to admit, this artwork that they used for the Blu-ray is nice. It might even be my favorite of all the selections. It has all the characters on there. It's a really nice, clean image. So this edition of the film is going to be the Blu-ray and the digital copy. It's going to be $24.99. And looks like the Blu-ray is just going to have the DTS Master audio on there. So then let's go to the slipcover. Now, I have a lot of the 4K slipcovers in the MCU, but I mentioned this in another video. I'm trying not to double dip on Marvel movies anymore because we can't get the 3D edition, unless we import it from Japan. There's like $80, and I'm like, why am I spending money to buy this movie twice if I can't get a 4K, a Blu-ray, and a 3D? So if they're not gonna give me everything, they get one purchase from me and that's it. But if I was gonna get the slipcover, I like the slipcover as well. It's got all the characters on there. I'm sure there'll be some foil highlights and some embossing, but that's a really nice slipcover. This is the 4K edition. This one is gonna go for $29.99. And this one is gonna have Dolby Atmos for the audio choice. And I believe this is a native 4K film. And now we're gonna talk about the Target edition. Now I have the Target editions for all the films that were in phase 3, but I stopped getting these Target editions. But if I was gonna get a Target edition, I would probably get this one. This art's pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. Not my favorite of the choices. I don't know how much this is going to be yet. I probably have to go to Target's website and check it out. But on average, they usually are about $35 to $40, the same price as the Best Buy Steelbook. So it looks like with this one, it's going to be some, let me see if I can click it here and make it a little bigger so we can see. I really like the back on that. Looks like the inside of that is beautiful. I don't know. I might have to change my mind. I might have to pick this up because I really like the inside art on this. I missed out on the Black Widow one. That one's sold out, but the Shang-Chi one I think is still at Target. I might start picking these up again, but I really like the art inside of this. But the one thing I really don't like about the Target edition, and it's a stupid thing, but the Blu-ray does not have art on it. It's the regular blue disc. You only get that artwork if you get the ultimate of the ultimate, which is going to be the Best Buy Steelbook. So let's take a look at the Best Buy Steelbook, which I have already pre-ordered on Best Buy's website. And this artwork is pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. It's not my favorite that much, but I like it. Let's see if we can see the internal artwork on it. When I get closer up to it, I'll like it a bit more. It's got all the characters on there. I do like the inside artwork. It's simple. It, has the character inside, and I'm trying to remember the name of this character. This is a not a Titan, but I don't remember. I need to watch this film again. I need to refresh myself on it. It'll be fun to watch this at home when I'm relaxed and I don't have to be worrying about jumping on a freeway. So this one, of course, is the same. It's the 4K that's going to have the 4K resolution, a native 4K, and it's going to have the Dolby Atmos soundtrack. And is there, oh wow, there's another exclusive edition. Let's take a quick look at this. There is a Movie Club edition. And this artwork is pretty terrible. Wouldn't waste my time. I mean, some of you out there that like the Disney Club editions, maybe you might want to pick it up. It doesn't say anything about having this. Oh, this one has a slipcover. Oh, I see. So if you want to pick up the Blu-ray and you want a slipcover, you're going to need to go to the Disney Movie Club and pick it up. But I don't know. I mean, this day and age, I just think that most Marvel people are going to want to have this film in 4K. Or at least, if they don't have a 4K setup, get the 4K now and be ready for it later. So that's a quick look of what to expect for the release of Eternals. I'm pretty excited about this release. I don't know about the Target edition yet. Like I said, I really don't want to double dip anymore in Marvel movies, but like that inside artwork is really, really tempting. And I never open up my Target editions anymore for my other MCU movies, even though when I think about it, I really do like what they did with Ant-Man and the Wasp. But you don't have that edition. It's a really beautiful edition. You just open it up. But again, I don't know. For me right now, for the MCU, Phase 3 was just fantastic. And not to say anything bad about Phase 4, but we're still in the middle of it. So I don't know entirely how I feel about it yet because there's so many new characters. I'm not as invested as I was in the Infinity Saga. So back then it was just like, shut up and take my money. I'll get this edition, I'll get that edition. But now I'm trying to hold back, I'm trying to be frugal. I don't, this channel's not even monetized yet, so I just can't buy every single edition that comes out. But this Target edition is very, very, very tempting. So as always, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, if you like my videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel so much. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.